Welcome back to Tahoe Today. You see him on the screen. It is Rick Gunn joining us now in studio, Soul Cycler. Now, Rick, you have this Wheels of Peace children's art project going on. Let's learn a little bit about this.
Well, when I was riding my bike around the world in 2005 to 2008, I was approaching the border of Iran, and I found this strange juxtaposition to all the things that were coming across the TV up to that point about war and terrorism and how crazy this country was. And all the bicyclists coming out of Iran had an exact opposite story, that the people of Iran were the friendliest they'd come across. You know, these were people from Britain, from Australia, that had just crossed through by bike. And what I began to recognize at that point in time is that there's a huge difference between the government and the people. And the news never talks about the day-to-day people of Iran, and they are known to be the friendliest in the world. So then I met a gentleman along my route along the way by the name of Mohammed Tajiran, another world cyclist. And the two of us agreed to ride together for peace across northern Malaysia. And at that point in time, we decided that we'd do a later project, and that project is happening now between the two of us. He's in Iran and I'm in America. We're collecting art from kids in America. He's collecting art from kids in Iran. We're collecting letters that are written to students in either area, and in December I will go over there and ride across Iran and exchange those letters and that artwork.
Yeah, you were saying you leave December 8th, you meet up with your buddy in Iran, and then you're going to ride 600 miles in 40 days.
Right, across Iran from the north down through the south, and then we have a couple of speaking engagements.
And you'll stop and you'll speak and spread the word about...
Yeah, I think we'll stop and speak to larger audiences about our friendship and the idea of recognizing people for people instead of, for their government or their nationality. I mean, this is really about listening to the children speak unfiltered to one another without the ideologies forced upon them by parents and government and all those kinds of things.
Now, where does the artwork come into play?
Well, children are able to create their own artwork. I'm going to collect about 1,000 pieces of art. So, I mean, essentially, I visit schools and tell them the story of our friendship there, and then basically what they do is they create art, whatever comes to their heart. And so, I'm having them create the art and also to write the letters. And I think the artwork is a way of speaking universally without, having to write certain languages. And everything will be translated from English to Farsi and Farsi to English back. So it's pretty cool.
Now who's doing the translation?
My friend Mohammed has to do all that work because he can speak both languages. So.
That's amazing. And he was one of the people who you met who was bicycling out of the country when you were...
No, he is an Iranian citizen. He lives there. Okay. And so the two of us rode together for peace between our two countries. And then we decided after doing that we would do a project together afterwards. And so now this project, we've decided over the last year to do this art project.
What an inspiring project.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
So that's soulcycler.com for more information you can go to. And these are some of the kids, I guess, on the screen?
Yeah, those were some of the Iranian kids there. I mean, those are kids from Iran. You know, you don't see that on the day-to-day news. All you see is bombs and war-like things, but no one talks about the children, and the people who live there. These are human beings. And I'm trying to have an honest exchange between what will be the future leaders of these nations,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you're able to get there and get the message out, because that is what we see on the news. And you hear any Middle Eastern country and then you think dust and bombs immediately. Right. That's like what pops into your mind. You don't think art and world peace, but it's great that you're getting out there, riding your bike and spreading this message.
It's awesome. I can't wait to do it.
Is there anything else you'd like to add before we let you go?
Well, if anybody would like to support this project, they can go to my website, soulcycler.com, and they can donate there. We need to cover expenses for travel and for supplies and for all kinds of things. So if it resonates, then please drop in or drop a line and tell me what's going on. Add some ideas.
It should resonate. I mean, Wheels of Peace, there's the logo. You can see it on the screen. And obviously, they are doing a great job of spreading the word of peace. I mean, the Middle East is not all bombs and war. It's just not.
Human beings, yeah.
We're all
That's the
human.
Important thing that I'd like to spread, that there are human beings there. Not just the government, but there's people that live there, and they love their children, and they want to live in peace, and so do I, and I think so do the people of America. So.
Well, thank you for going over there and with all the work that you do with Wheels of Peace and with the Soul Cyclers.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Rick, and we'll be back with more Tahoe Today right after this.